maybe some lane movement is what we'll see to start things off. Sven gonna start potentially laning against, what is that, Kunkka, I guess? Just the old standard Kunkka safe lane. But he
They've
could
been
also
doing
swap
this
too.
though. They've been doing this. They swap Ryle and HFN. They've been giving HFN the mid lane, and he does play mid. And mid morphling's not a bad thing either. But.
Yeah, mid-morph's quite good. Yeah, can work very effectively here. They're gonna get some fighting in though.
I mean, that
Not
was
gonna
a
be
value
amazing for a while.
cleave, but yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. Look at these glaives; they do so much. Is Bryle actually gonna go down here? They need maybe one more hit. Moon trying everything he can, but the final glaive comes in. Fear on that position. 5 silencer is getting so smart already.
I was looking at him, I was like, why isn't he Fairy Fire? He would have died. Or well, he would have had 0 regen at the start of the laning stage and he would have been really zoned. I think it's actually maybe better for him just to die there to come back with full regen. Maybe Moon doesn't have a salve as well. If Moon doesn't have a salve, then there's no way that it's worth for him. Yeah, with no salve, there's no way that that's worth it for him to try to stay alive there. So give him the first blood, whatever, they can come back. It's gonna get pressured a lot though.
This is some old school Dota. Tri-lane versus tri-lane.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a thing I've seen too often. Although I guess, you know, the Undying's happy as long as they group up quite a bit, right? You can get a lot of those stacks to K off. And be very, very strong. Snaking, being a little cheeky here, just trying to draw them away. And I mean, they spend a lot of time on that support. They're letting Envy just hit whatever he wants here.
Yeah, it's okay. It's only the first like 30 seconds of the game, more or less. And zoning Clockwork is good. Clockwork probably grabbing a salve or something like that, so he'll be healed up most likely. No, actually, he just brought himself more Tango, so that's actually a pretty big zone that they got him out of here. And a little bit lucky that Snake King had purchased a Tango rather than a salve, which means he's now zoned for the next 30 seconds or so. 20 seconds or so, and gives him a little bit more time to stabilize Bryle. Now, Bryle getting a little underfarmed is not the end of the world, because Kunkka can function as an offlane hero. And in the mid lane, as long as Morphling has like a decent lane, and so far he's doing fine, then this isn't really that big of a deal, because it's not like they're going to lose their carry from doing good things in this match. So this is okay for both teams, basically. Enigma's going to lane fine against the Doom, typically, because he's going to be denying experience. So it's about even right now.
Even more harass being placed in this top lane. Now we just totally out of mana at this point. Torrent comes through though. We'll slow down Snake King, so they'll be able to protect the Undying. But I guess the thing I'm also concerned about in that mid lane is that you've got Moo playing the Void Spirit, and HFN's playing the Morphling, obviously. But Moo's going to come online a lot faster, and he's going to be able to make these rotations. So, you know, like we said, Morphling's doing all right, but I feel like you want the Kunkka to be a little bit more active sooner. And if they're shutting him down, like making it more difficult for him to get what he needs to come online during the timing that's appropriate for him, is that going to end up backfiring?
Yeah, you're right that these are all things you want to be concerned about. But the nice thing about this for Crazy is that Kunkka doesn't actually need that much farm to do ganks. It's like you just need levels, actually. Levels are the really big important thing. That way you can just do like longer range X marks the spot kind of stuff, basically. So as long as he gets like some farm, picks up like a phase boots or something, then he can get engagements. And because he's in a tri-lane as well, his levels are going to come a little bit slower. So I guess I'm just less concerned because of the fact that Morphling's a competent mid laner. Morphling is the hard carry, and he seems to be having an okay time.
Okay. I was going to ask about the whole tri-lane situation, if it would have been better to just allow Bryle to suffer a little bit in the farm. Like you said, it's not a huge deal if he doesn't have great CS, but getting those levels online are very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Waiting for the taunts to come out.
The toss?
The taunt.
Oh, okay. True.
Yeah, there's no no toss here.
We need some disco dancing too. Oh, that's a dead courier. Why is tanking?
That is.
It's like one free last hit to everybody on your team. Incredible.
You always sound so impressed, Perch. But Snaking being cheeky, I like the way he does this. He does quite a lot of work with the Clockwork. Oh, Moo actually sitting very, very low. Fear coming in. So is Snaking. They don't really have the catch though. Well, Snaking's trying. He's got the battery assault. Go throw down the curse. Taking some tower shots. Probably not the best move, but it's gonna be able to allow Moo to grab up his bottle, refill, and head right back into the lane.
A lot of movement, but not too much stuff happening is probably the best way to describe this laning stage so far. But once they get a couple more levels, it'll be doable. basically, like, Kunkka doesn't contribute a massive amount into this tri lane just because landing Torrent is kind of hard. In terms of lane contention, he's doing great though. 2 bracers now. He's getting a lot of cleave on Sven for free. AUI unfortunately messing up his pull, but we'll see if he can connect it with that decay cast. Yeah, he's gonna get some of it. And this is actually in some ways better because now both of those creeps are gonna get denied. So rather than just like one, usually if you get a full pull going. So boundary rune contestation. As a result, he gets there a little bit late to the boundary rune, a little tougher there for AUI, but not the end of the world.
Dire's middle tower is
And
under
until
attack.
these supports get a couple more levels, it's just going to be hard for them to get kills. All right, here they go, level 4.
Yep. Torrent DX. The lift right back again. Envy's pretty tanky though, especially with the work right. Turns around, throws out the Storm Hammer, goes and pops the wand. But while this is going on, Brax gets a kill on KZU in the bottom lane with a little help from Snaking. It's also looking like he wants to try to get that courier, but doesn't look like he'll be able to quite snag it. Oh,
Snaking
maybe I
once
spoke too
again doing-
soon.
Dire's courier has
Oh,
Another last hit for his whole team. Snaking, man.
he's
That's
on
how you-
fire today.
So you get everybody to be hard carries. Yeah, look at that net worth advantage. That's 2 courier snipes right there.
Yeah.
That's what
Hey,
it was.
every little
Yeah,
bit counts.
it does. All right, HFN prepping for the runes. See if he gets lucky here. Checking to see if the support's here so he doesn't worry about getting disabled or ganked here. And he doesn't get it, unfortunately. AUI is going to grab the DD and head back towards the top lane. He's got 3 mangoes, so fighting is definitely in the cards for him. But small gold advantages trickling for
Bottom.
the business associate.
He's trying to come and trying to save KZU, who's just not expecting that Envy and Snaking are here. So Rip comes out, but they have the cogs. They'll hold him into place. He's trying to just do anything, but he's getting interrupted the entire time. Snaking is able to just make these plays. One more hit, though. I believe they should be able to get the
got a
kill on
body block.
Snaking. Where is it? There it is. So,
10-second
big
cooldown on
rotation.
decay. Felt eternal there. It was
I
good
see what you did
rotation.
there.
bottom tower
And
is under
I
attack.
actually didn't mean to do that again. All right,
You
sick.
never mean to do it. It's great.
So what the smartest thing about what they did though is that when they lane rotated, they turned it into a gank. It's a really easy thing to do when you lane swap like this. It doesn't happen very often in pubs, but people could do it more. Teleport to another lane, turn it into a gank, and if it doesn't work, that's fine. You did a bunch of damage, and now you just are in your lane. If Envy just TPs to this lane and starts hitting creeps, there's no way that Doom dies. But doing a little like gank rotation like this is one of the best ways to make this more efficient, even if leaving a lane feels like a bad thing sometimes.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I'm sure he's also
attack.
very happy to see all these stacks that were made for him, too. So
Yeah.
Envy gonna be able to farm up quite a bit, accelerating his farm even further. And
It's a nice thing about those offensive tri lanes. Somebody's gonna have time to go and do stacks.
It's true. We're getting a little bit of a dragon over here on HFN. I don't believe he has the damage though to do much more than just be cheeky, chip away at some of his health. Not yet, anyways. I don't know what that one means.
It's very kind of adorable. Is that weird to say?
It sounds like a
It's
chicken.
like he's talking to a baby or something.
Yeah, I could hear that, the baby voice.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower
8-minute rune, snaking, just gonna push back HFN. Rune's not even there though.
are scanning.
So an invisible
AY.
undying.
It's getting
Creeping
all the
on you.
runes. I love the amount of iron and branches we're seeing on heroes these days. They're so
Oh.
efficient.
Who expects Envy to be there? Let's be really honest. They use the black hole. They just want to get the kill on Kunkka. They'll be able to find it. That's the more int getting placed again over to Fear the Drag over on the side, over on Doom. He's trying to be a part of this, but already they're in position on Business Associates. They're just chasing down KZ. You can't even get the Doom off the step forward coming out again from Moo and those body blocks. Fear's got to be so smart now. Yeah, he's got six still on int at 8 minutes. Oh boy. All right. They just TP on out, Snaking.
I don't even know how
Push
Envy got
HFN.
there, honestly. I'm straight up confused a little. Can you get the deny?
I love Envy
Okay,
doing that.
cannot.
Middle tower has fallen.
I mean, that's a weird way to gank, right? He's just like in the trees behind the tier 1 tower. Just
Yeah,
cut his
I
way
love
in.
it. I love it.
like,
It's
what's
just
up?
like, surprise. Yep, I'm just here. And also, who expects the hard carry to gank? He has made 2
It's-
ganks now. It's fantastic. I've seen
It's
so many
really-
mid
it's
players that
really
would be
good,
so
though.
tilted if that happened to them.
Yeah, what would Hector have done? He would have ulted and killed creeps. Absolutely. He wouldn't have done that gank.
No.
There's no way. But it opens up a lot of pressure. It gives him a really easy setup for Black Hole as well. So now Brax can feel like he accomplished something with Black Hole. They limited the net worth of Kunkka a little bit. Ooh, this is a good gank though.
This is a great gank because there's no one here to save Moo. So he's just going to tick down. Brax is here though. Looks like he's going to try to get the deny. Very close, but no cigar this time around.
Is under attack.
Brax thinks he's helping. He just brings a snack to Doom instead. HFN just slapping creeps, doing a great job. He basically hasn't had to worry about being pressured at all this game. Like the kills against him are pretty hard. It basically would take Black Hole or Global Silence with some good burst damage before he morphs, and he hasn't even gotten boots yet. So it's just going to increase his acceleration. Got the fast Mask of Death, as you see very often with Morphlings, that he can lifesteal constantly, and he's just been hitting creeps.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Good try.
Ryle was trying to grab Snake King, but not quite fast enough, not quite in the right spot. And more pressure here on top lane. They know that Doom's down, so Moo's not afraid at all. Go, and they'll do some more damage, drop the Midnight Pulse, a little bit of body blocks, and surprise, there's Moo.
There's a lot of damage, a lot of magic damage there. More stacks from Fear. This is where he's getting all of his items, basically.
That was a lot of Eidolons that just got
Which was?
murdered. That's oh wow,
God.
okay. That was a lot of everything, everywhere. Man, where's Envy?
Yeah,
this is like a dream for him.
the zombies aren't really doing that much, but that's not true. They're working some of these guys down a good amount. And even if Morphling doesn't get the last hits, they're still getting some nice golden acceleration for it. So rotation to the bot lane, looking for a Kunkka kill. Browse have been pretty punished so far, actually.
Oh, that was his Ogre Club.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Probably going for Halberd. So if he's just buying Ogre Club, he's just starting it now. So it's not that big of a deal, but, you know, 10 extra damage, 200 extra HP definitely could matter in the next fight.
All right, smoke coming out from the side of Crazy. There was a smoke down to the bottom already from Business Associates. They're hoping maybe they can catch someone, but there are quite a few people over here, and I love the positioning from Fear and Snake King. They do this consistently. They're always sitting on the high ground, hoping that they can pop any sort of smokes, tank the ganks. And yeah, they spot out Fear, so just go for the X. No.
It's rough. He used phase boots a little bit too early there. As soon as he saw Fear, he ran in. He probably should have walked a little further and then used the phase boots right when his smoke was about to break. But because smoke breaks and his phase boots is down, his move speed's about the same as Silencer's. So it's like one of those really small things where, like, if Silencer doesn't stay, though, he definitely doesn't catch him if he does the plan that I just said. So it's like one of those moments where he thought he could catch him and he just couldn't. And it looked kind of sloppy, but I don't blame him. It was just a little bit difficult to secure that. They're hoping basically that Business Associates would go in Morphling. That's why Morphling did the Ancients there. It's a slightly dangerous place and very common to have vision of that spot. So, but they didn't go for the bait. They kind of gave up and hit creeps after they got that courier kill. So Crazy just loses a small opportunity. But either way, they're still farming fine.
Still very neck and neck. Less than 1K net worth lead going out here. So still anyone's game. Again, whenever you have an Enigma, things can change very, very fast. Although Kaiser in the bottom lane pops the drums. He's very, very quick, but they've got a lot of solutions if he tries to run away or TP out. In fact, they've already used several of them. They'll even drop the Aether Remnant. Kaiser just cannot fight through this, unfortunately. He is going to be murdered.
Rocket Flare is such a perfect skill in those circumstances, like these early game ganks where people don't have that much mobility. Just being able to prevent them from TPing after tree jukes is a huge advantage. This Simile stolen for Moon Meander here. His damage is huge. He's gonna be able to farm a lot using this skill. It's almost gone though. Moon's ready to kill Moon Meander.
And Ryle. Ryle's over here. Loses all of his Eidolons though.
They were hoping to solo kill Rubik there, I think. But Brawl's a little bit too hard for them to kill, maybe.
Keeping tabs
HFN.
on HFN.
Still farming really good.
I mean,
So,
is anyone
up
surprised though?
enemy.
Oh, Moo. Going in for the quick
not
step there,
massively.
but doesn't matter.
Like, Morphling's not exactly known for the hardest farming speed ever, but he's done a really good job for sure so far.
Oh, I was just talking about the player, not the hero.
Okay, yeah.
This is what HFN does. You know, he was considered a member Black on Anti-Mage. This was like the South American version of this for the longest time, especially when he was on Pain Gaming. Hector, I think, has taken the crown now,
this courier
but it
might
used
show.
to be.
It's running
No,
towards
it's just a
Envy
casual.
desperately.
It's just a casual courier perch. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here. There's
come on.
absolutely nothing running into the triangle. Envy, hello.
This is
Okay.
that's pretty funny. It was
I
just,
don't know.
it was
Why
just
would you
right there the
stop?
whole time. You didn't
would
see
you
it,
stop
and
and let
nobody else
go?
did either. They were looking forward, looking for kills, trying to read the map. Sometimes you just don't think about this stuff. I don't know if it actually impacted. We saw no pings, but
You see how fast they vacated that area though? Somebody saw.
I didn't.
No way they did. They
Probably.
had a ward down there too. Just a casual courier just beelining into the
Radiant's
triangle.
top
No big
tower
deal.
is under attack.
All right, 15 minutes in, still anyone's game. Very, very close. These smokes have not been super successful, it looks, for the side of Business Associates. And they do have the black hole up, so I'm guessing they would love to find some sort of engagement.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That rocker barge scout him.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
We'll never know.
No, what just landed over the hook shot? Immediately jumping in with the Aether Remnant. There's going to be the lift coming out from Meander. Global Silence gets used. Eternal Envy on the back lines takes down the Tombstone. They haven't lost anyone just yet. Fear forced to run away. KZ just eating up that cardio over there. X marks spot. Will drag back the Clockwork. So they'll lose Snake King, but they use Tombstone during that fight.
Yeah. Tombstone for global silence is completely fine though. Using Undying ulti too is a little bit unfortunate because that's a lot of HP for AUI, but it's okay. Bryle ends up staying alive, didn't even need a boat to keep himself alive, just ended up tanking damage, no problem. Moo had to jump out, he was worried about getting doomed, almost got doomed, so just, it was an okay fight for Crazy. They were set up and together and ready to engage.
A lot of pings coming out over in this mid lane. Feels like they'd really like to take that mid tower, make sure that they have this advantage for Roche. But haven't been able to quite do it yet. Halberd does get picked up on the Kunkka, so that'll be very useful against Eternal Envy.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where like the Halberd rush on Kunkka feels a little bit mediocre to me when I look at it. But against the Sven, it's amazing because Sven doesn't really buy BKB that fast. It's usually like 20 plus minutes, so by the time you get the Halberd, it's going to be really good in a couple engagements. So, yeah,
Well, the hook shot is just barely grazing him.
Really good steal. He's got Astral Step. No, that's not it. Resonant Pulse.
The bubble.
I thought I actually didn't know. I was wrong. That was the wrong skill. I thought it was a different one. I thought it was the stun one. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be really sick. 4 skill points on a Rubik. What's more stun duration? Yeah, it's only level 1. All those icons look the same.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Only the middle. Dissimulate is the one that is most clearly dissimulate. The other ones,
Yes.
If you put that on my my Q trivia, I would get that one wrong.
Well, now you know where your weaknesses are, Purge, and I expect you to, you know, study up and
Yep.
get better at it. Easy peasy.
So Morphling going for a fast SNY. Kind of interesting. A little status resistance and movement. Some attack speed, a little bit of everything basically. But no Manta, which is a little bit weird. Okay, there's the dissemble. So SNY into the Halberd. Gives him this small moment of efficiency while he farms 1,400 gold. So yeah, Manta against, not going Manta against Silencer would have been great.
Ooh, they find Envy, the lift immediately, dragging him right back in again, and he's toast. They dropped the Tombstone for that too. I guess they expect more to be there. X marks the spot though, coming out from Bryle with the boat torrent into Fear. He is going to fall there, so they don't have to worry about him if they decide to go over in that Roche pit. And it looks like they're headed over.
Yep. Having Morphling against Sven in these little ganks is actually so good. You turn into Sven, you throw the stun, you use Warcry, which gives your whole team huge armor and movement speed, and you just go back to being Morphling. It's a really good ability to steal for a moment there.
They have 2 halberds on the side of Crazy, right? You've got one on Bryle, one on HFN.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah, so there's just so many good options for dealing with Envy. And again, this is one of the things I was a little bit worried about with that particular draft coming out from Business Associates, is that they know this works. They've done it before, but hook shot coming in. Global silence. Snake King was hoping to grab a snag here. They managed to go get the kill onto KZ. Bryle on the back line. He's trying to finish off this Roche. He's going to be able to do it in time. Snake King grabbing up the Aegis of the Bar. The black hole comes through. It's beautiful. Envy gets himself an easy double kill. Moon Meander gets himself a mini Ravage, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to save him. Here
He's
on
gotta
the
save it,
hunt,
too.
the step forward. They're trying to drag him right back in again. The stuns are down. Beautiful
That feels
Roche
bad.
fight for Business
Not
Associates.
able to keep the black hole there. But they took a little bit too long to kill it. Crucially, the medallion came to Brile there right at the last moment. If they had the medallion at the start of that, they would have killed it so much faster. So maybe a small moment of discussion there where they could say, hey, maybe somebody should have bought this medallion other than Brile so that they could have taken Roche faster in this moment. Because genuinely, if they had medallion from the start, they would have gotten Roche in time. So it's one of those moments where like smart itemization genuinely changes the game in a big way.
Some nice efficiency too as they made that rotation and found the stack. But yeah, look at this. Simple in. Global Signs, Clockwork on the back lines. They take down KZoo. And they just don't have enough damage though. They go and they get the kill. The black hole from Brax was fantastic. His positioning was just so good. Too much chaos going on during that whole thing. They weren't able to pay attention to him and make him a non-factor. Oh, uh-oh. Tiffen X marks the spot, though, to follow up with the boat, but don't manage to go drag back in again. Snaking taking so much damage, it's not quite enough. The halberd coming out again over here onto Moo. He drops the Aether Remnant, but he's not able to grab anyone.
That was really dangerous. He did a lot of agility morphine right before he got hit by that Spirit Vessel. So his ability to get his HP back up again was kind of dangerous in that moment there. But it ends up going all right. Yeah, Brax did play quite well in that fight. It was very, like, KheZu basically had to run in and force the global silence there to try to hope that his team got Aegis. But it just kind of was like worst case scenario for Crazy. They didn't lose everybody, but they lost almost everyone in that fight.
They lost what they wanted most, which was the Roche and the Aegis.
Yeah,
so.
they didn't get the last hit or the Aegis, so
No.
definitely tough for how much time
And
they
Snake
spent
King had his gamer juice this morning. He has been playing out of his mind.
He has been playing.
Oh
really
my
good.
gosh.
Ooh, did
They
he
almost
see that
spot out.
smoke?
I don't think so. I think it was maybe just off the cuff because they're still playing very forward. They're not backing off. They're not putting bodies in the way to break smoke. So might be able to get the advantage here. Right.
Level 12.
Going forward, they see Envy, the X over. Doesn't quite land the Torrent, though. He's got his BKB up, and it looks like they grab up Aoi. Snaking now just hook shots out. He says, okay. It's a good engagement. There's no reason to push this right now. We'll just be patient and back off.
All right. Not too much wasted.
Quick
Not
purge.
too
What was
bad.
that? What was that stolen spell? On the Rubik. Oh, look,
That's
they
his
even
first
paused
skill.
so they will find it. Yeah, what is
That's
it
his
called?
first skill. I can't remember.
Are you?
I genuinely can't remember. I'm not even kidding.
Aether Remnant. Aether
Of
Remnant.
course.
That's the one that drags him back in.
Yeah, I got that. I knew which skill it was. I just didn't know what the name was. It's
I was
his
waiting to
Q,
hear
obviously.
typing where you were Googling it.
I would never do that. That's dishonorable.
Yeah, just like
And if I
Jenkins would
did-
never do that during, questions during D&D. Never does that
Yes.
ever. He's
And
just
if I
brilliant.
did do that, I would be honest about it. I just want that to be clear.
Okay, all right. I appreciate the honesty.
Oh, those teeth are kind of creepy, actually. I didn't notice that
Is it
before.
Is it teeth or is it just
Yeah.
gemstone
like-
insides?
No,
because
those are
there's
like
teeth
fangs.
up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The ones coming out
Oh,
of his
okay.
mouth.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the massive hole with the
They're like walrus tusks.
cragular insides.
Yeah, that's just a design choice for a digger boy. Dude, I actually think Undyne has like the best item sets. I dare say they're all actually so good. You can do a lot with him.
I don't know.
Because he's dead and all. You're like, oh, you can dress him up however you want.
That
perfect
sounded
Barbie.
so creepy out of context, Purge. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, we had context. I don't know why you went there so
We
fast.
did, but oh jeez. All right, moving on. We do have a bounty set out over on Kunkka. We get a little bit of a deny on the rune. And the courier just kind of hanging out over by that secret shop. So right now,
Trying to
currently
finish
Eternal
this
Envy
up.
top of the net worth. 12k, 11k on Morph. He's working on that Ags too. I don't know. When once he starts getting that Ags, things just always feel like they go critical mass for the side of Business Associates. They just become so strong.
Yeah. One thing we have seen from the last couple days of games, though, when Sven gets played, is the best item counter to Sven Eggs is Lotus Orb by far. Yules does not protect you. Glimmer Cape does not protect you. Force Staff doesn't really protect you, but Lotus Orb at least he'll stun you and you'll instantly stun him back. So that's 2 seconds of stun duration gets offset. Whereas normally he stuns you and he gets to slap you like 3 times, which is bad news. So Lotus Orb is the Sven Ag's, I wouldn't say counter, I wouldn't say solution, but it helps.
BKB picked up now for Enigma. It's going to be so important that KZU gets on those back lines and doesn't get caught. But I feel like he's really like the tanky frontliner, right? A lot of the times. Yeah. So it's very difficult for him to get in the position. And especially, he doesn't know that Enigma has the BKB yet. So they feel like they have multiple solutions to this, but...
It's fine, he'll doom him anyways, he doesn't care.
Oh, look at this. They're so grouped up over here. Snake King doing a little bit of scouting as a clocky boy. Just immediately tossed back again, though. Oh, KZU, the step forward. Now he's here. He's got the tombstone. BKB comes out from KZU. They've got the global silence. And they've got the double damage over here on Moose. He's focusing down the tombstone. A turtle envy on the back line, chasing after Owie. We get a doom off, it sounded like, but Bryle now forced to run away. So there is no Enigma that's going to be joining this. The hookshot comes in, though, again from Snake King. Lifting back up again. There's so much damage with the bouncing around coming out from Rubik and the damage coming out from HFN. Now Moose going to have to also step away. He sees Bryle, but it's the triple kill now for HFN. What a good fight for him.
I don't know if he meant to go on the cliff. He probably meant to click low ground, but ended up clicking high ground. But either way, gets the kill. Yeah, what happened was KZU basically saw Brax and he ran for him. And he knew that he was in trouble, but that was the best thing that he could do, was sprint in and doom the Enigma to take him out of the fight. He was able to get the doom off. Morphling also jumped on Enigma to kill him quickly. Once the doom was done, Brax can't do anything to defend himself, so except for pop BKB, which didn't really help much against the overall main physical damage from Morphling. So good fight for Crazy, and it was also very helpful that AUI was there at the start. He put Tomb down instantly, got his ulti off before the global silence happened, and that actually helped Crazy buy a little bit of time and make it so there weren't any like good heroes to go on at the start for Business Associates, even with global.
It's actually so wild to think about how important Brax is in these fights. Like the black hole makes a huge difference. And so if he gets thirsted after that quickly, it just suddenly feels like it's just an abandoned ship kind of moment. Like, okay, this is, oh, and I love this pickup on Bryle. Like you said, the Lotus Orb, he knows that Envy is going to be going for that Ags. He knows that he's going to be able to purge things off, but he's also going to be able to protect himself. And I think that's very value choice. But
it's definitely needed.
Oh. Moon getting dragged in by Moon. That's a nice pick off there.
Was a really clutch hook shot. I was surprised he landed that one. The melee range, you know. Didn't want him to lift though, I think.
Yeah,
steal spells, that kind of thing.
All right. Well, they do have the God Strength back up again. They've got Global Silence and Black Hole, so they could be looking for some sort of engagement. They're playing very aggressive over in the top woods, but it looks like most of Crazy just dodging for now, realizing, okay, we don't have Doom up. They've got a lot of spells that are pretty scary. Let's just, let's back off.
That's all Undying can do to push. Soul Rip, range creeps.
Feels bad.
Almost blinked out for KZU. This will make his life a lot easier. The BKB came in really clutch in that last fight. He is now TPing back to base to get his Blink Dagger, and now they may be ready to fight here. Morphling's still farming pretty quick. He's got something else coming though. The BKB next? I'm not sure. Oh no, Ultimate Orb for Scotty, I guess, probably.
They're very close right now to one another. Feels like they want to engage, but again, Doom having that Blink Dagger is going to make his positioning so much better.
Yeah. This is a hard tower to fight, though.
Ooh. Okay, Owie is dead. They get a steal off, though. You get the Storm Hammer. Moon, force staffing himself out. But I believe this tower does belong to Business Associates, especially when you don't have the Undying there to help.
Like they knew there's a really good chance that Business Associates is there, but they had to run forward a little bit. And AUI checks, he's the one that dies. It's okay. He used his ulti. That was Sven ulti. This does give them a small opportunity, even though they lost that tier 2 tower. Oh, did they know? So if they move out right now with the smoke, or in 15 seconds, they'll have a small opportunity. Did he get the Craigie code on Morphin?
Yeah, they picked. They. No, no.
He dropped it. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know if
he
picked
did.
it up.
No, no. They somebody pinged. I think Envy pinged that they had a crag coat. So I think both of them have craggy coats.
Yeah, but I just mean he waveformed. Can we check the small camp by mid lane, mid tier 1? Yeah, right there. Okay, I don't see it there.
Yep.
So somebody must have grabbed it.
I picked it
I
up.
think that's where it dropped as well. Okay. Someone has it. Probably Undying.
No, no one has it. No one wants a shiny new coat.
Okay.
Here, running away.
Lotus Orb's actually so good this game. Can use it to remove global silence as well. It's good against a lot of things. All utility on Brawl, but I think it's going to be worthwhile here. He's basically their initiator. Outside of Rubik, they definitely need a little bit more, so having him go all these utility items I think is completely fine. Spider legs either for Moon or Brawl most likely.
It's all going to come down to another
Really
Roche
don't
fight, it
Rubik.
looks like.
Both teams just sitting really safe, basically. They don't want to get gone on right now.
Only a 2K
Yes,
network
everything-
lead so far for business, too. It's actually
Yeah.
really ridiculous to see everybody just grouped up in this area, just waiting for the next Roche. That's the next big deal. We've got the Scotty completed, though, for the Morphling. So he's going to be putting out even more slow, even more damage, and also just kiting the Sven. But
Admiral is on board.
Yeah, he's basically fully strength morph here. Or Agi morph here, just does tons of damage. Well,
X
good
marks
luck
spot over to
snaking.
snaking. Gonna end up eating that. Moo on the other side, though, just taking down this tombstone. So they'll end up losing snaking. Tyr's gonna be careful here, too. He's got the glimmer. They don't have the detection to step out here. Drag right back in over on Bryle. Oh, Envy, he wants to go in, and he immediately jumps over there. Plus the global silencer. It's gonna be the Lotus Orb. He's gonna have to force himself away. Envy wants it, though. He's just chasing after him. Let's get that spirit vessel off over on the side. There it is, right back in again, though, thanks to the X marks the spot. And the hook shot, though, coming through, so they go, they turn it back around again. We do get the black hole that gets stolen from Meander over on the high ground. It's beautiful. Look at this duration. It's fantastic. HFN now chipping away over as Snaking blows him up. Keizu on the back lines here, chasing after Moo. They get the X off. He's coming right back in. Nope, manages to go. Dodge it. Fear on the run. Oh, but HFN, he wants this kill. Good Aether Remnant, but there's also a Keizu. You can't hold them both down. It's a triple kill now for HFN. Oh my god, that's steal.
That's steal.
Moon
the
Meander.
most crucial thing in this, I think, was actually having Aether Lens on Rubik in this moment. If he does not have all this cast range, I don't think he's able to interrupt that Enigma black hole based on his positioning. So that was really well done. They actually segmented the fight so great. I think there's a couple crucial things. He gets his Lotus Orb off here right in time. Then as they go high ground, he goes to stun on AUI, but he gets X marks the spot. There he goes. Now he's going to get thrown back. He wasn't... So he ends up getting sent all the way back, and then watch the cogs on the right separating Doom. It was so perfect, but the fact that they were able to interrupt it, make sure that Morphling lives, and then Morphling cleans up the rest of the fight. But if Morphling dies there, Business Associates probably wins that fight convincingly.
That was such a good fight. All right, well, Black Hole is down, God Strength is down, and so is Global Silence. So, Crazy feeling very comfortable. No, they don't have to deal with any of that. He's spotting out a double damage rune. And we do have the axe completed now for the Void Spirit.
Okay. It's okay. It's normally, if there wasn't a silencer on a team, I'd be like, oh, this is a great item pickup, super normal, very good. But it feels a little redundant having silencer, but it's still probably worth it because you get 2 charges, you can nuke with it, you can farm with it. It's still worth
You
having.
can force
for
out the
sure.
Lotus
Middle
Orb.
tower is under attack.
That's true.
Then you don't have it for some of the other wonderful things that they want to throw at you.
Ooh. Waveform
Bye-bye.
attacks to
There
the
were
DD.
things there.
That feels good. Oh, and the great, the
Middle
perfect
tower
item
has
too, the Titan
fallen.
Sliver. 20% damage amp. So this is giving him 50 damage right now.
Look at him chomp
And
away at this.
16 magic resistance and status resistance. Oh my god. So much
X
damage.
getting used by Bryle. Good torn. He dodges it. There's so much damage coming out from HFN. The bling forward, the lift. There's just so much damage on the back line. So they go in for the black hole, and they manage to catch 2 of them. It's beautiful. They manage to take out Aoi Mumiander, but that's just the supports. Eternal Envy still hunting. They have the Lotus over on HFN. He's turned himself into his own Sven. The buyback comes out now from Aoi. He's going to immediately turn back around. Disarm Envy goes back in. There's an X-Mark spot over onto the Torrent. And there's a lot of damage being dished out. Envy just can't seem to figure out exactly where he wants to go as they take down Fear. That is going to be the Aegis. He's going to come right back up again. And I don't know if they have the damage, although Envy managing to cut down Brile, they'll turn right back around. And when he's all alone like this, HFN, he doesn't have a friend. He doesn't have a Lotus Orb. It's a double kill. Is he still doing? He's going. He's popping off here. The silence, he's slowed down. He's being body blocked. It's HFN against the world. And he's still alive, Purge. It takes so much to take him down.
It was honestly kind of crazy that they turned and fought 2v4. It actually was. I was so excited for a hype moment, and it was still really good. They end up killing Envy before they go down, but they do pay for it eventually. There was a lot of disabled to deal with, and they eventually get picked off. They needed like 6 Lotus Orbs in that fight to be effective against all the Malefices and all of the silences, all the dispels. They can maybe still defend though. What crucially happened in that fight was Envy targeted Doom and took him out in that engagement. Killed him pretty much at the start when he got almost no value out of his hero. So that was really well done by Envy to make that fight easy for him. But still, there's a 5k gold advantage in Crazy's favor. And when Morphling was dead, he had 5,000 gold in the bank. So it's not exactly going to get easier here.
All right, well.
Satanic is what he wants.
Yeah, I was about to say, because oh god, it took so long for him to die. There's the Yules. KZ jumps forward with the War Stomp, gets the Doom off over onto Moo, but on the back lines, they just go in the kits from all right up in those cogs. Be able to go take down AUI. KZ with the spider legs turns back around. They'll be able to take down Moo. Oh my god, they turn this right back around. There's gonna be 3 deaths on the side of Business Associates in one tiny little area.
And one tiny little Undying death as well. That boat looked so good. Like, actually so good. You see it coming and you're like, uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Great Doom target on the Void Spear. Gets them basically an easy fight. And they did all they could to try to stop them from getting killed, but it doesn't work. Almost a Lincoln Sphere for Enigma, so he's getting pretty moderately farmed here. Having the Quickening Charm is also really nice for Brax. But really good game so far by Brile. I'm pretty impressed with how he's been playing. I like that he's gone for utility rather than trying to do something a little bit more standard damage-wise. Morphling's so
I think
ready
it's one of those things too. The trust between.
I'm sorry. Can we check his status resistance on Morphling? I'm curious what the exact number is. 50.7. Okay, go ahead, Moxie. I just wanted to think about those numbers for the next 30 minutes.
Those are some very big numbers. I was gonna say, you know, it does come down to like that trust though too, right? The fact that Kunkka had a bit of a difficult lane, ended up doing, you know, more utility, just having faith in HFN to make sure that he can get the items that he needs to accelerate and also just be the primary main physical damage dealer.
Yeah, and he's been able to do this while still keeping his net worth up, actually. So lane was slightly tough, but he stabilized it fine, got his 2 bracers quick, and then from there he's just been in the right place at the right time, using his skills correctly. So Business Associates looking to take a fight now, at least regaining their side of the jungle. They don't have any deeper wards, whereas Crazy has decent offensive vision, but they're sitting ready for a smoke right now. Is why they're positioned like this. Undying way at the front near the river in case they run up that way. Just doing the safe, smart thing.
It's also the time for neutral items to drop, so makes sense, you know, push out of your base, see what Lady Luck has in store for you, and pray it's something good.
Only got a magic lamp, I think, so far. Smoke on the other side now. Let's see if they can grab somebody. All right, gonna see a similar thing, but from the Radiant side now. Who's gonna stand on the cliff, looking to break the smoke?
Spell Prism found by KZ. This is kind of spooky.
Really
they don't have any vision going up to that high ground over here. And they're smoked at night. I don't know. It's like they're not interested, though. They're just going to comb through the jungle, maybe place down some vision. And they'll see HFN.
And they put the spell Prism on Morphling, actually. Okay. Lowers his cooldowns by 20%. It's pretty good against Waveform, with Waveform and stuff like that, for sure. What's he steal? Curse? Not bad. Really good skill against some heroes. It's cool that one good thing about the Tidebringer being changed on Kunkka is that Medallion and Solar Crest is actually viable on the hero now. You would have thought that it would have made sense, like, oh, lowering somebody's armor then hitting him with Tidebringer would do damage, but because it ignored armor, you couldn't do that build anymore in the past. So now it's actually slightly viable. You can use it offensively on the guy that you want to cleave to deal more damage from. Another spell prism on the Radiant side too.
They spent so much time over in their triangle on the Radiant that they ended up just losing a Rex. Tracy didn't have to do anything. The creep just walked in and just slapped.
Just a little baby range racks. These things are practically sheets of paper.
You're supposed to protect babies, Purge. Protect them for the cubs.
Sometimes some cubs need to die for you to win the game. To protect the rest of your cubs, all right?
All right, there, Sith Lord.
What's better, 1 cub dying or 6 cubs dying, Moxie?
That is a philosophical question. What is that? The train question? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. So you could like let your 1 baby Rax die for the chance, a 50% chance of winning the game. Is that a worthy sacrifice?
I still really am convinced that you are lawful evil, dude. All right. Well, no Roche. Still waiting around in the pit. 15 seconds. They're playing on the bottom half of the map, though, here over on the side of Crazy, so it'll take a little bit to walk over, and the rest of the side business associates stuck in their base. A little bit of scouting going on, though, trying to make sure that they're aware of it, but by making the business associates respond to the bottom lane, it is forcing them out of their triangle. And there's Roche. He's up. He's got an Ags, cheese, immortality, everything a growing boy needs here. And immediately Envy jumping in. They get the lift off, though. And there's the BKB coming out. They'll put the global silence down, too. They really want to get this kill over onto Bryle. Looks like he's able to walk away, though. Tips coming out again. Another Stormhammer coming out from HFN. He's playing his own version here. The jump forward, though, right into the Coxboss, the black hole. They're able to go and just hold down HFN. Do they have the damage, though? Kazu's here. He managed to go interrupted. There's another hook shot here from Snaking. They're just trying to burn down HFN's mana, and they'll be able to do it. There's the lift up right again. Snaking sitting on the back. They had the cheese, though. HFN trying to just fight his way through, and they end up losing Snaking, but Envy is just slicing everybody down. Doesn't matter. He gets taken down for 92 seconds.
That was a really inadequate looking cheese. He did not get a full snack in there. But what was very crucial about this fight was that he was able to strength morph right before the black hole. I was scared that he was killing himself on neutrals or something. But now that he's able, that's part of the reason that we didn't see the Sven die as much at the end, because he was so strength morphed that his damage was not very high, and therefore he wasn't getting lifesteal. So they survived the black hole, but it put him in a kind of dangerous situation. But ultimately, the most crucial thing was that Business Associates initiates on Sven or on Kunkka. Kunkka didn't Lotus reflect the stun, and he still couldn't kill him. And that's just because of the overwhelming amount of armor that Kunkka has. Normally, Sven is able to crush through just about any hero type, but because he's got Lotus Orb and Halberd and Solar Crest and BKB, it just didn't matter.
Radiant are scanning.
He's too powerful. Looks like they've got a lot of teammates, though, here. They're going to try to take him out. Go, hook shot in. They've already dropped Envy. Okay, this time, without his friends.
Dude, Havoc Hammer Clock is like one of the best things. Because Clock is not the best at pushing, but he's like amazing for initiating and landing disable. He's got good strength gain. He's got to be so happy to have that item. And he's got Ags as well. We saw it in that last fight. 2 hooks in a row. Easy for him to chain stun people now.
There's a lot of creeps walking into the Radiant base. All right, the buyback, though. Kazu wants to get in. The jump forward. Nice hoof stop over onto 3. Just slow him down a little bit, though. He doesn't have the Doom. They got to get in there. They got to do something. There's the silence being thrown out. They'll toss one up into the air, but they've already got the BKB up. Envy just focused eyes on the prize. Grabs up the Aegis. Grabs up the Ags. Grabs up the cheese. There's nothing left here, although they managed to cancel out the teleportation here. Bryle duking around over on the back lines. They're still chasing after AUI, and they'll be able to take him down. The boat coming in, and just we see them flying around in circles. Snaking, though, he is going to get taken down. Fear TP's away, and they're hoping, can they grab anyone else? But they've already just Delta split and run away.
Perfect stun timing for Envy to dodge that disable, so that went well for him. But they did grab a free Ags on Enigma. That's a nice grab. Hasn't been able to get the most black holes so far this game, but
the ones he's had have
Roche. They've been good, yeah. And increasing his percentage-based damage against a Morphling, yes, please. It means that even if he's morphing, it literally is irrelevant whether he has 1 agility or 1,000 strength. Midnight Pulse is going to do equal damage to him.
Radiant's top
Nothing like a
tower
double
is under
midnight
attack.
pulse.
Yeah, he could actually almost solo kill Morphling by himself with the double midnight in the black hole.
On the bright side, they do have the Doom up. He's got Doom ready, and KZ's had really good positioning too. So, back just beelining over. Brax with the BKB was considering it. It's like they'll wait. Just
Okay,
back
that
off.
was
They've
a-
lost their tier 2.
It was a blink distance issue, I believe. He tried to go for the black hole there, I believe, but he probably overclicked his blink, and therefore you blink a little bit shorter. So that's why he BKB'd and put the midnight pulse down. He was clearly trying to do something there. It's just he realized, oh shit, I'm out of cast range, time to run. So little mistake there is going to force them to have to sit a little bit more defensively than they were before. Now that they don't have BKB, it's actually almost up though. It's only 20 seconds away. His
They have
cooldown
Lincolns too.
is pretty solid. Yeah, and that's why he felt comfortable going for it, because he's like, if I BKB, they actually can break him. They could use Rubik ulti to break his Lincolns potentially. But the only other way is Doom until they get like an Abyssal or something. Which I don't know if they will.
Not yet, anyways.
Oh, I got Illusionist Cape. Really good Morphling item. Morphling has like the best illusions in the game. He has so much agility, so he'll be very happy with this.
All right. Well, looks like they're ready to go into the base. Gonna just deal with this illusion first. Look at this. It does so much damage against the Rax. It's just gonna be the illusion taking down the Rax. And we
Now it's
can't
hero.
fight this. This is actually so ridiculous. All right, they're gonna jump over again. They've got the black hole. They does so much damage with that axe. The global silence comes out too, but the BKBs, they're able to just take down HFN. He's not an issue anymore. They're gonna go right back and they'll pop that Aegis over onto Envy. Moo, chasing back lines, manages to go get the taunt off, snaking, not quite landing that hook shot. The body blocks come out. The Lotus Orb going right back in again. We'll be able to land over on several of them. Morphling's though, but gonna fight back. He wants to be a part of this. He realizes that they don't have that Ags. Owie climbing away on the back lines, but Envy just focusing down on Casey. They'll find the kill. Owie, is he gonna be able to get away? Moo hot on his heels. Owie, Brile, the buybacks are coming out. Snaking just absolutely explodes. There's another Stormhammer. It looks like Enigma's gonna be able to run away. Fear forcing up over onto the high ground, but he's not gonna survive. It's not with the X being on him.
A little bit delayed for the buyback there by Morphling, but he eventually shows up. And they win a really good fight with Black Hole being on cooldown. They should be comfortable to keep pushing here. 70 seconds left until the next one comes up. Like I was holding Ninja Gear too, that makes it a little bit easier for him to approach and go for these initiations if he's smoked. But they're just going to go high ground again. And it's going to be really hard for Business Associates to hold, even though the net worth is even right now. That was a good fight normally, but losing Rax in the circumstances is not going to put them in a happy place.
Back immediately. The Yules comes out. They'll get the lift off though over here on when they stun him up as well. Plus the bow. KZU jumping into the back lines. There's no move. He's gonna have to buy back. Looks like they'll respect it though.
Okay. Now they're a little bit worried because with Void Spirit being back up and almost everybody in Business Associates being up, if Morphling does get killed here, it's pretty dangerous. And they're probably also slightly concerned about a potential Refresher Orb on Enigma too. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Enigma was... No, he wasn't actually. That was when he was building towards Lincoln Sphere. Look how close he is actually. This is like within territory where it's like if he sells like Drum and like Boots, he's close to having a Refresher. So in that moment, actually, if he sells, buys Refresher, jumps in, that's a dead Morphling. And that's why he bought Aeon Disc here. Because he knows like, I can't survive this black hole thing. And now at least, if he gets gone on with a black hole, he's going to buy himself a couple seconds of damage reduction, of damage prevention, basically, and that should keep him alive.
This game is so tense. It's been so back and forth. All right, there's a Silver Edge completed now for Envy.
Morphling grabs the DD.
Ags, Rubik. You can get some real good stuff with that. Scythe of Vice. All the big boy items coming out now.
Mm-hmm.
This is scary though.
Ooh, they're trying to fight.
They find Owie. The jump forward. They see KZU over on the side. Goes in, tries to get the Doom off. Does manage to get it though. And there's gonna be Brax. Oh, he follows up with the black hole. He's got 3 of them. The Envy just soars on
Dispel.
in. He does so much damage. They just take him down so quickly. And on the back lines, oh, Moon, he's trying to run. They deny Moo. I'm sorry, Moo, my friend. We can't let him have that kill. Envy, he wants Moon so bad. The Blink, though, I don't know if he's going to be able to find him in time. He's super fast, but there's no HFN. There's no KZU. What a beautiful black hole. Oh, my God.
And crucially, I don't know if Envy did this on purpose because he may not have had time to check Morphling's items, but Morphling had that Aeon Disc, remember? Sven's stun came in right as the Aeon Disc procced. And of course, as we all know, and I forgot, Sven has a Dispel built into his stun, which hit Morphling at the perfect time, guaranteeing his death there.
Oh my
Amazing
god.
fight there for Business Associates. And now they have to hold for 70 seconds. They've got a lot of buildings, so there's a lot of stuff to chew through. Sven doesn't have ulti, so him hitting buildings is not incredible. And frankly, most of his items are not very heavy damage until he gets his ulti.
Perch. They have the refresher orb now on Enigma.
Okay.
If he gets a good initiation on this. All right, they'll play some stuff over here onto Envy. There's a nice hook shot, though. They have to be careful. The BKB, the swarm right on in. The push, though, will save them, buy them a little bit more time. No Morphling for another 50-something seconds. Oh, to jump in, though, with the refresher. They wanted to get the holdover onto Brown. They still just go right into the back lines. They know that Envy can slice through all of the rest of them on the other side, and now Bryle forced to run away. The push back. Oh, dear. Oh, my. There goes Bryle. And just like that.
All right, game's not over, though. It's looking close to over, but they've got to kill buildings
It's not
here.
over. No.
Glyph is huge.
KZ's gonna be up in a moment. So is HFN. He's got 20-something seconds. They have to be very careful, though. One misstep could cost them the entire game.
They can't get any other racks, though, because they don't have any tier 2s. If they don't have Glyph
my
there
God.
for some weird reason, they take that tower and they end the game. I think, maybe. It's a little bit hairy with Sven because his damage drops off so much.
What you doing there, buddy? Alrighty, Joe's in. Gets a nice stop off. BKB is there. Doesn't have Doom for another 12 seconds, though. And they just run the heck out.
They're just trying to get solo kills while they're spread out. They had to go back and defend their base. All right, not too bad for Crazy, actually. For a dieback on Morphling, they can't be too upset. They'll probably play a little bit safe until they get their buybacks up again. Play around Roche potentially. Try not to die here, but they're looking to fight and they've got an invis.
They do. Yeah, this is a dead undying, but there's the Eternal Envy on the back line. You know, just doing Envy things. Another hook shot over, right back in. Again, it's a mega kill streak. KZ nearby. Again, he still has that Blink Dagger. He's got Doom up and running, but they really just have to hold on to it right now.
Mm-hmm. They're looking for Morphling now. They're just doing a great job moving around the map, looking for pressure. Silveredge gets used. And once again, who are they going to run into? It's Doom.
Hey, KZ. He doesn't have buyback. That's a dead Doom for another 90-something seconds. That means Brax has a sigh of relief. That means Moo has a sigh of relief. And that means this tower is most likely very dead. They have creeps.
Very important that Moo rotates over there, too. Because if there's no stun follow-up, PBKBs probably gets out. That's an Ags recipe coming for Envy. That's going to give him an item slot and allow him to buy something else to fill into his inventory. He's queuing up Satanic. What do we steal?
All right.
Stormhammer. Good steal.
Good steal, but it also means Rubik's going to be flying on in.
Might force BKB here on Envy. Let's see.
Jump in from Moo. Notice Orb immediately. Brax following up is going to be able to go and hold on to Bryle here with that BKB. They don't have any solution to stop him. So we get a steal over here on Moon. Can Moon turn around? Look at it. He got the 4-man. It just doesn't have the ability to take them down. It was so beautiful, but they just didn't have the damage. Snake King, though, getting blown up. There's going to be the buyback immediately. They want to finish this game. There is no Doom. There is no Bryle. He's got to get back there in a hurry.
Oh, that black hole.
Yeah, and the left
another black hole.
There's the other black hole, and that's gonna be a dead HFN, and I think that's going to be game.
Holy shit, dude. Enigma is a very strong hero. Black hole, man, it just, if it's the right game for it, it's just really valuable. And they got to pick this Enigma when they saw almost every hero on the enemy lineup. Pretty confident with it. Very crucial that Fear sat back there ready to interrupt